and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm your host, Courtney Bloomer. Are you looking for a great new holiday look? This week's sponsor, Paradise Salon Spa and Wellness, is ready to help you out for this holiday season. Check them out at Paradise Salon Spa and Wellness right here in Carson City. Our guest today is director Carol Scott from the Wild Horse Children's Theater, and she's here with Timothy and Sarah, who are starring in the upcoming production of Honk.
Hi, I'm Carol Scott, Executive Director of Wild Horse Children's Theater, and I have with me today two of our actors from our production of Honk Jr. the Musical. With me today is Timothy Winter, who plays Ugly, and Sarah Jongsma, who plays Ida. So we're going to talk a little bit about our play, which is a really wonderful musical. So Timothy and Sarah, can you tell me a little bit about your parts in the play?
Would you like to go first?
I play Ugly's mom, the one who has Ugly and doesn't really realize that he's not exactly her son. She just thinks he's a little odd, and she's the supporting role that goes looking for her son for most of the musical.
Right. Okay. And Timothy?
And I play the character Ugly, which is the ugly duckling. He has some personality issues at the beginning. He's confused. He thinks that is he a duck? Is he a chicken? And he finds out later through a long journey, I guess, of self-reflection and
bullying.
I don't know, and bullying. Yeah, he finds out that he's a swan, and I think the thing to take home there is that it's really a fact that no matter who you are, you have a part in you that is beautiful and waiting to come out.
Right. So I think we should preface this with saying that the story is The Ugly Duckling, but it's a musical, and it has some great musical numbers and great dances. So what's some of your favorite parts of the show?
Oh, honestly, it's so hard. I love every single bit of it. I think one of the most hard-hitting and profound songs in it is Different. It's just Ugly singing about how he's different, yes, but it doesn't mean that he should be bullied or like taunted or anything because of his looks. He's just different. And like it says in the end that different is just different.
It's okay to be different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what about you, Sarah? You have some beautiful songs in the show.
Well, I mean, I like watching all of the songs because a lot of them are really fun and funny. I think my personal favorite to actually do, though, is probably the one I do with Timothy because there's a lot of dancing and it's a really fun song.
Right.
It really
Hold
is.
your head up.
And we have dancing frogs and a dancing bullfrog.
And that's another one of my favorite numbers, warts and all. It's so much fun. It's such a fun number. I have so much fun with it every time.
Yeah, and that number, in contrast to Different, which Ugly sings about being different, is the bullfrog telling Ugly that it doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
That you're beautiful, warts and all. And we have about 60 young people involved in this production.
Amazing.
A lot of little teeny frogs, all the way up to our older actors like you two that make up the barnyard. And a cat who tries to eat Ugly. You didn't know that?
What? I'm going to be eaten? No.
Well, this is a great show. So what other shows have you done at Wild Horse that have really stood out as far as your characters go?
Well, I think for me the one that stands out the most is Elf. I had the privilege of being Buddy the elf, and honestly, it's what got me into theater. It's what made me fall in love with theater. It was so much fun, and I really enjoyed every single second of it.
And now you're back to your funny roots
Back
again.
to the funny characters.
After a bunch of serious roles.
Yep.
And what about you, Sarah? You've been with us for a while.
I've done a lot of shows, actually, now that I think about it. I would have to say that my starting role in Babes in Toyland was definitely one of my favorites because it was my introduction to being in theater. I really liked that.
And both of you, your beginning roles. That's really interesting. Yeah. So we want everybody to know some information about when the show is because we want everybody to come. And it's a show that's great for the entire family. I mean, it's got some really interesting things for adults that kids won't get.
It's true.
I know, I say them.
You do?
Yeah.
There's some interesting lines. So like they do the Disney shows, there's some asides that the adults won't get will go right over the kids' heads. But lots of singing and dancing and colorful costumes and set that even the kids are going to enjoy.
Yeah.
So you can come see Honk Jr. at the Brewery Arts Center Performance Hall. And we run, starting December 8th, we run weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, December 8th to December 17th. And we have 2 o'clock matinees and 7 o'clock shows in the evening. You can get tickets online at our website at www.wildhorsetheater.com, or you can call, and I need to look at the poster, 775-440-1170 to get tickets. And you can also get tickets at the door if we're not sold out, but we seem to really fill up the performance hall for our productions.
And trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss this show.
It's one of my favorite shows.
It's going to be really good.
Yeah. And it's not a show that a lot of people in the States know, although it won the Tony Award in England for Best Show 20 years ago. And so some of the songs are just amazing and really beautiful.
I was actually surprised by that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So was I. So was I.
Yeah, it's really a great show. And it's one of my favorites. We did it 10 years ago, so here we are again.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for coming, and please come and see us on stage at the Brewery Arts Center with Honk Jr.
Thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City, brought to you by Paradise Salon, Spa, and Wellness. If your business is interested in sponsoring a future edition of It's Your City, please contact Darla at the address shown on your screen. I'm your host, Courtney Bloomer. We'll see you next week.